धरती सोना उगले उगले हीरे मोती मेरे देश की धरती मेरे देश की धरती.
This hit number is from a Hindi film which was quite popular during the late 60s.
मेरे देश की धरती.
It was not a mere coincidence, but a true reflection of the importance accorded to the agricultural sector at that time. And it was the same time during which agriculture in India was undergoing a fundamental change through a movement, commonly known as the Green Revolution. Since the main objective of the Green Revolution was to increase agricultural productivity, efforts were made to motivate farmers to use more and more of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. And yes, it was highly successful, as it took the country from scarcity of food grains to the level of adequacy. But the fact that Green Revolution promoted generous use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, ill effects started showing soon. New scientific research proved that excessive use of synthetic inputs were adding to the complex environmental and health problems. The health hazards of chemicals can be gauged by the fact that while the fertilizer consumption increased from about 0.3 million tons in 1960 to about 17 million tons in the year 2000, the pesticide consumption increased substantially as well. Subsequently, the food production also increased from 82 million tons to about 200 million tons. However, the data shows that food produced per unit of fertilizer supplied kept reducing every year. Thankfully, there is an answer to this concern, and it lies in the good old natural way, which is the organic way. It completely eliminates the use of synthetic inputs. But the most scientific aspect of organic farming is its commercial viability, particularly in terms of its export potential, as the worldwide demand for organic food is growing by the day. According to industry estimates, the global demand for organic food, which was $13 billion in 1997, is expected to touch a whopping $100 billion by the year 2006. Organic farming improves the sustainability of crop production and takes care of the environment as well. Organic farming simply means chemical-free soil, enhanced biodiversity and retention of soil fertility, besides employment generation at the local level. Profitability is yet another component of organic farming, as it offers a range of diversification like dairy farming. Both the activities are interlinked, as farms supply fodder for the milch animals, whereas the cow dung is a major source of manure and fuel energy. Fisheries are an integral part of lowland paddy cultivation. Apart from these activities, organic farming also involves multiple cropping. Commercial crops like sugarcane and a range of medicinal plants like Safed Moosli and Sarpagandha offer good scope for crop diversification. Growing of intercrops and catch crops play an important role in risk minimization and profit maximization. Vegetables and fruit crops are yet another option. This diversification plays an important role, especially in extreme climatic conditions like deserts, where organic farming is being practiced successfully.
पिछले 3 साल से सब्जियां व फलों की खेती.
For the last 3 years, I am growing fruits and vegetables organically. In organic farming, I use vermicompost and other manures. Apart from this, we practice dip irrigation because there is scarcity of water in desert areas. So, through dip irrigation, we save around 70% of water and make agriculture possible.
में उत्पादन में वृद्धि मिलती है, इससे खेती करना बहुत अच्छा संभव है.
Nutrient management is another important aspect of organic farming, particularly in the wake of India's 415 million strong livestock population, producing 1,800 million tons of animal dung per year. It is easily available throughout the country. Even cattle dung is the traditional source of fuel besides being good organic manure. Along with the dung and urine for compost, dairy products lead to the diversification of farm activity. However, conversion of dung into biogas by anaerobic fermentation has multiple benefits. While the biogas is a better source of energy than the dung, it generates slurry, which is useful as manure and contains higher concentration of nutrients. Vermicompost is an integral component of organic farming. Vermicompost is a type of compost in which certain species of earthworms are used to enhance the process of waste conversion and produce a better end product. In short, it is transforming garbage into gold. Poultry manure is excellent organic manure containing higher amounts of nitrogen, phosphorus and potash. With the rapidly growing poultry industry, there is no dearth of poultry manure in India. Green manure crops play a valuable role in organic agriculture because of the many benefits they provide to the soil and cropping system. There are two types of green manure. First is green manure in situ and the green leaf manuring. Green manure in situ crops are sun hemp, dhencha, pelipsera and gaur. Green leaf manuring refers to turning of green leaves and tender green twigs collected from wastelands and forest areas into manure. Karanja and subabul are some of the common shrubs used. Compost is organic manure produced by the decomposed waste. The waste materials include crop residues, weeds, and other farm waste. Compost is cheap, easy to make, and increases the soil fertility substantially. Then come biofertilizers, which are ready to use microorganisms. These are applied to the seed, root, or soils, and they increase the availability of nutrients. The most popularly used biofertilizers are Rhizobium, Azosprylium, Azotobacter, PSB, and Azolla for paddy.
I am doing this organic farming last 10 years. In that we will get highest yields in the world. So we have to adopt organic manures only. We have to grow the cattle, we have to use the dung in the fields, we have to use the organic manures, we have to use the green manures. Like that, whatever waste is spread in the field, see moisture is there. Where there is moisture and waste, automatically earthworms will develop. These worms in the presence of moisture eat the waste and excrete it. That is organic farm.
Managing weed is an uphill task for the farmers. But in organic farming, crop rotation, hand weeding at critical stages, and deep plowing during summer besides the cover crops helps them get rid of weeds and controls pests as well. After weeds, pests are the biggest problem for the farmers. But in organic farming, there are a number of methods to control pests. Like crop rotation, use of locally adaptable resistant varieties, use of botanical products like neem, ipomia, karanja, chilies and garlic extracts. Farmers also use indigenous methods like application of cow urine and fermented buttermilk. Dhencha and marigold are good examples of trap crops for pest management. Following are the accreditation agencies approved by National Program for Organic Production, that is NPOP, for certification. These are Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority or APIDA, Coffee Board, Spices Board, Tea Board, Coconut Development Board and Directorate of Cashew and Cocoa Developments. To obtain the certification, the farmers are required to fulfill the following guidelines: conditions of organic production or conversion period, processing, storage and transportation of organic food products, inspection and certification of organic operations, use of organic logo and permitted products for use in organic production and processing. Organic farming is sustainable and self-dependent. It is sustainable in terms of striking a balance between what is taken out of the soil from the local ecosystem and what is returned to it, that is, without outside inputs. Organic agriculture aims at various poor farm communities with focus on self-sufficiency and community development. The emphasis is also on income generation, facilitating a premium market for the farmers. Most organic farmers are motivated by more than economic objectives. Their aim is to optimize land, animal and plant interactions. It also preserves natural nutrients and energy flows, enhances biodiversity, which collectively contribute to sustainable agriculture. It has been proved that organic farming is a viable mean to improve income and return on labor. This reduces the need for purchased inputs, diversification, and optimizing productivity. Northeast Zone, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, UP, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are some of the states which offer an environment most suitable for organic farming. However, until now, what has been explored is just a tip of the iceberg so far as the organic farming in India is concerned. But the day is not far when it will grow and prosper in the country. It is only a matter of time this sustained method of agriculture reaches to the remote areas of the country. Once that happens, it will certainly bring smiles and joy amongst the farmers, and the day doesn't seem far. So let us contribute in our own way for a journey towards a happier and healthier tomorrow.